Welcome to this week's episode of The Better Half. I'm Kinder D. St. Aubin, the better half of the afternoon show with Gambo Nash. And of course, this is Katy Hartley, the better half of the morning show with Doug and Wolf. So basically, we're going to take a look back at some of the things going on this week.
Well, of course, we had the All-Star game right here in Phoenix. The National League ended up winning 5-1, and Prince Fielder took home the MVP award. Now, lots of controversy actually attached to Prince Fielder this week. Phoenix fans started by booing him for not selecting hometown favorite Justin Upton for the home run derby. And we kind of disagree on this a little bit.
We totally disagree on this one.
I am fine. I'm not fine with the way that Phoenix fans reacted. You boo him and then you cheer when he gets a 3-run homer to win the All-Star game. What? Pick a side. Pick a side.
Well, I think they did. They picked the National League. I mean, okay, first of all, the home run derby is an individual thing. You know, I mean, yeah, I was upset too. I thought definitely, we talked about that before, about having a hometown guy. I mean, Justin Upton deserved to be in it. So the fact that then Ricky Weeks got in there and sucked, I thought was great that they were chanting J up. I loved it. And then I loved, you know, yesterday or at the All-Star game when they were actually booing him when he was announced. I love that. But when he hits the home run and he basically gets your team to win, I mean, go for it. I think that's awesome. That's exactly what fans are supposed to do. It's the National League.
So it's the All-Star game. This is the same guy that you tore apart for not picking your guy, and now you want to cheer for him? No, absolutely not. Pick a side, stick to it. None of this back and forth stuff. It's typical Phoenix fans. I am not impressed.
Well, yeah, I won't totally disagree about the whole Phoenix fan thing. I mean, they're a little fickle, but anyways, now we're going to talk a little bit about some of our fan moments. I mean, since we both got to be down there, kind of experiencing the whole All-Star festivities and everything. And my favorite one was actually, as I'm sure everybody knows, Michael Kadire of the Twins, the only All-Star that was there.
Did you take that picture?
Absolutely, I took that picture right at the batting cage. I mean, you know, apparently you're only supposed to take pictures if you're a photographer, but not anymore with the world of Twitter. So I was snapping pictures left and right. I took one of them at the press conference, but you know what? I never had the courage to even go up and talk to him, which is really unlike me. But I almost feel more awkward when I'm like a fan, because I'm wearing a credential.
Right. Well, I did get the courage, actually, to talk to Colin Cowherd. I actually got to have a really nice conversation with him a few days ago. He was super cool, super funny. The video is actually up at ArizonaSports.com if you want to check it out. I had a great time, but all around, I give it a thumbs up for the All-Star game.
Yeah, and Colin's a great guy. That's a good one. Well, now we're going to switch gears a little bit to the NFL and James Harrison, the Steelers linebacker, of course, in the news once again. And this is the cover of the magazine that's going to be coming out, the Men's Journal, in August. And he had some pretty harsh comments for his own teammates. Of course, he's going to rip on Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL. No big surprise there. Everyone is down on the commissioner because of the whole lockout and everything. But ripping on his own quarterback and ripping on Mendenhall, and then, you know, going back and trying to say the writer twisted his words. I mean, what is this guy doing?
Well, that's the part that kind of bothers me, is the fact that he tried to go back and say that, oh, the writer twisted my words. Own it. But I'm actually fine with what he said. I think Ben Roethlisberger deserves to be ripped on.
Oh, he's a total dirtball.
Well,
yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. I agree with you, but I don't understand the whole logic behind it.
Well, he was just telling the truth.
That's
he was
true.
giving his opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's kind of like your coworkers at work. You're not going to like everybody that you work with. Now, going and telling a journalist that, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you seem, I mean, obviously we both know we think Ben Roethlisberger is a dirtball, but for completely different reasons. You know, he's talking about him throwing interceptions, and we're talking about him, you know, doing things in bathroom stalls, which is a little different.
Well, you and I actually had, besides from the All-Star game this week, you and I had a kind of a fun experience last weekend. We got to have sort of a different kind of workout. We're both kind of into, you know, being healthy and staying in shape. So let's take a look at our workout this weekend.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I'm totally proud of this. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know if I'm super proud of this, but I was dripping sweat after that, and it was actually a lot of fun. I mean, you know, it's pretty humid, so.
Yeah, so you and I took a Taekwondo class with the one and only Billy Blake.
Oh, we were looking at everybody.
Oh, so sweaty and gross.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you people had to see that. But Billy Blakes was in town for the All-Star game, and he taught a couple of Taekwondo classes last weekend. And Kendra and I were lucky enough to take part in it. I had a great time.
I did too. It was
I'm kind of
awesome.
still sore.
And we had a listener that was involved. You know, it was great.
Yep.
We had a really good time. It was a lot of fun.
We did have a good time. Well, that's we're out of time today for The Better Half. Join us next week. Until then, follow Kendra on Twitter at Kendra620, and you can follow me at FunKaty620. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.